there is no reason to do this. Whatever you found loathsome about Barstool before the sale is still loathsome. And
You're just a fucking asshole.
What a jealous loser. Like, really?
So, if you thought poorly of that empire,
make sure you keep thinking of it. Don't change your mind. Don't maybe learn new facts and think deeper about it.
Steve?
Yes.
I now ask for the Amanda Dobbins sound, please.
All right.
What does it be like to be Megyn Kelly?
Bryan Curtis in the room.
A very odd existence.
I have to be honest, I don't really care. I think what it means to be Megyn Kelly is that you're rich as shit and successful, and she's fine, and she's posting the picture of her son looking at her on a movie poster and gets a lot of sympathetic responses from people. Megyn Kelly's fine. And that's the one thing where I'm kind of with Sean's wife on this, which is there is a dimension to this movie that's unexamined. I feel of these women are participating in a lot of things, not in sexual harassment. And it's a complicated situation. And the movie shows that to a degree, but it's also that these women are on Fox News in short skirts and they know what they're doing.
Oh.
Hold on. We'll play the part where Bryan Curtis says, listen to me. Hold on. Amanda, what did you just say? Did you just condone and in fact blame these women for Roger Ailes raping them and sexually assaulting them because they wear skirts and they work at Fox News? And is some element of them participating in this? Which parts are they participating in? And just to be very clear, what percentage fault is it for Megyn Kelly? And you don't feel bad for her because she's gone through this because she has money and because she's Republican? So just play that and then we'll get to the other stuff.
You have that, Steve?
I did not prepare that sound.
I mean, so can we judge him on that?
Steve being lazy again. Just didn't want to cut that up because it was definitely said right after that.
That to me is anything worse than anybody at Barstool has ever done. Anything that anybody at Barstool has ever done.
Well, because she's being serious.
Well, and the guy who's criticizing Barstool was in the room.
Yeah.
And was laughing. And so that's why I think everything's in play. I mean, how far back do you want to go? Because I have a story that Simmons wrote, years ago. Years and years ago called Grading the Wimbledon Babes.
Oh, all right.
I mean.
Yeah, but if it was years ago, then why go back all the way to that?
And by the way, he can write whatever he wants, but if we're going to judge how did Curtis put? Whatever feelings you had about somebody.
Whatever loathsome feelings you had before, make sure you don't change those.
All right, so
don't say, well, this is obviously valuables. Maybe I should look deeper into why a company would invest in them.
So this is from the year 2000, 20 years ago, just so you know.
Okay.
So I'll go back there. He grades the looks of all the women in Wimbledon that year.
All right.
This is the guy who runs the Ringer.
Yeah.
Bryan Curtis's boss. Bryan Curtis, the guy who stood there and laughed while Amanda Dobbins was making fun of Megyn Kelly and other Fox News women who participated in it.
Yeah, they had it coming.
Yeah. Let me see here. Alexandria Stevenson, C-.
Oh, that's
cross between Jesse from Saved by the Bell and Dr. J. Is this the island of Dr. Moreau? It looks like she's on the Monica Seles. Sure, I'll have another slice diet.
Oh, geez, Bill. That is what we call fat shaming these
Looks
days.
too much like Dr. J, and you could iron off her on her chest. Not a good combo.
Oh, my God.
I know, that's what I'm saying here. Yana Novotna, F.
Oh.
Kind of looks like Steve Lyons in drag.
It's not a great comparison.
Mr. Novotna is a wonderful player, but I do not find him very appealing to the eye. I'm a little afraid he may cause bodily harm. This is Bill Simmons.
All right, now we
Bill
are
Simmons.
misassigning gender here.
Bill Simmons here, not Dave Portnoy, not Kirk Minihane, not Creep, whoever. I'm just telling you, this is the guy who Bryan Curtis's boss, Bryan Curtis, who's telling Barstool, again, just judge him from the past, right? Mm-hmm. Don't change your thoughts on them. Arancha Sanchez Vicaro, D+, built like a fire hydrant. Not allowed to work with here. Her face finally cleared up, so she actually looks the best she's ever looked. This last statement reminds me of something my buddy Worm said in college when we were talking about a chunky girl in our hall. One of her friends had said how this girl had lost 15 pounds, and Worm quickly responded, "Oh, good, only 40 more to go."
Oh, boy. Now we're fat shaming again.
That's what I'm saying.
Here at Barstool, we delete tweets like that.
I agree. That's right. Jennifer Capriati, C+. She should have a tattoo of suitcase in her right arm because the girl is baggage.
I gotta say, this guy's not a very polite grader.
I think her features are a little rough. On the other hand, she's probably the most fun girl to go drinking with, so that brings her up to a C+. Like every drug girl in college, slightly overweight, but still cute enough to take advantage for a one-nighter.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, he uses this as like, thighs show the effect of many nights with the munchies, but return to the game could work in her favor. Megan Shaughnessy, D+, gets downgraded 2 grades for being Dan Shaughnessy's niece. At least she has a chin. She considered getting married so she can change her last name. Oh, that's kind of funny.
I actually like that one.
It's not bad. Martina Navratilova, F.
Where was he when he was writing this?
The Williams sisters, B-. Call me crazy, but I think they're cute in an Amazon kind of way.
Okay, well, now what does that mean, Bill?
I don't know.
Hold on a second. What do you mean by
Why don't
that?
we ask Bryan Curtis? Does he change his thoughts since then?
Where was he when he was writing this?
In 2000?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was at ESPN yet or not.
I was wondering.
It was his old site.
But isn't it amazing, even outside, take away the Barstool stuff, isn't it amazing how times have changed? Like, that would never be
How
allowed
old
now.
was Serena Williams, Steve, by the way, in 2000? I mean, how old could she have possibly been?
Pretty young, I would think.
She had to have been born in like 82 or 83.
She was born in 81.
She was 19.
Okay, Bill, that's, that might be in a little poor taste.
How old was Bill at the time he was writing this?
He was older than that. He's older than I
His
am.
30s, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Any man who hasn't thought about being in the middle of a Williams sister sandwich is lying, plain and simple. I also think Shamika Holzclaw is cute. And again, I think almost everyone is cute. They're also a tad surly, which can always be fun after a few drinks. Venus is just scary. So he has these people he pretends, after he writes he has a caveman 1 and 2, he pretends are his friends and they comment.
Right.
Venus is just scary. Anyone that confident, big and strong would reduce any man to a quivering mass of blubbering flesh. Serena's better looking, so she has that second child thing going on. She'll probably go the extra mile to get the job done for her man.
Well, so I guess if you read this and had your opinions suggest that they were loathsome individuals.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, he works. This guy runs the companies.
Right.
If we're not changing our thoughts on if people change, and Bill can write this, and I would never tell him not to write it, but I assume he still thinks these things, right?
I think it's important that your gut your first reaction, that should be the opinion you have.
Absolutely.
No matter what facts you learn or anything.
Lindsay Davenport, D-. I loved her on The Addams Family.
Okay.
Amelia, Muresma.
Maresma, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, Maresma. I remember her. F-. As Austin Powers once said, she's a man, baby.
I don't know if that would fly today.
She's just terrifying. A Saturday Night Live skit waiting to happen, a la Janet Reno.
Okay, well.
Monica
evolved.
Seles, D. Always looks like I'm happy to do this, by the way, because, I mean, if they're going to shit on us,
Right.
they're going to play ugly with us and act like they're better than, fuck off. Like,
right.
if you're going to laugh at this, what if they changed it 20 years? 20 years ago, Simmons was writing this. 20 years later, his company is shitting all over Megyn Kelly. So I'll do this all day. Always looks like Monica Seles hasn't showered in about 5 days. Used to be much cuter a few years ago before she was stabbed in the back.
He's big on the word cute.
Yes. Lately, she looks like she's been hanging around the buffet table with Billie Jean King. Caveman 1, you get the feeling her breasts hang down like fire hoses when she doesn't have a bra on. Not a good potential date because she'd probably eat so much she'd go broke.
Jesus Christ.
Mary Carrillo, D. Let me see.
He's big on body shape.
Do the cootie kiss one.
Where's that?
Right below Carrillo.
Carrillo. Cootie kiss. C+, chunky southpaw looks like every chick from college with whom you've never wanted to hook up until you had 4 beers. Attractive in the color of my hair doesn't match my eyebrows and my grill kind of way. So there you go.
I gotta say, if you're saying that kind of stuff about her and then you have 4 beers and that convinces you to have sex with her, it seems like a kind of a lightweight.
I mean, you know.
That's the problem.
I mean, come on.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, again, like I don't, I mean, this is what he's doing. So, I mean, is he changed? I don't know.
Well, he would say he has, yeah.
Right.
But
He asked two of his buddies to help provide off-color comments. So we referred to as Caveman 1 and Caveman 2, which I don't believe. He just wrote them, but that's fine. He wrote one in July '99, grading the Wimbledon Babes as well. So I mean, if you want to go look that up. So I mean, just to give you a heads up, that's who his boss is.
right. Those are the kind of people that run the Ringer.
Yeah. So if that's if you think that Portnoy is a terrible human, or Kirk Minihane, or Kevin Clancy, or whatever, fine. But this is what this is what we're dealing with here.
And
So that's from his AOL Digital City days.
And by the way, this Bryan Curtis is talking about a man who didn't want me to go to a drag night at a bar next door. Like, that's not allowed at Barstool. But you can talk about Megyn Kelly all you want.
Well, I don't know who the CEOs of the Ringer or the CFO or what prominent women they have to give their opinions. I guess it's Amanda Dobbins. I don't know, but that's I believe people can change, and I think Simmons wouldn't write that today, and because he's 20 years older and times have changed and all that. So I wouldn't want Simmons to get in any trouble. But, I think that's worth talking about if they're going to shit on us and act like, play his quote again about not changing or whatever, don't change your mind. I mean, we can do this all day if he wants. Or Simmons wrote one in 99. I'll find it and read it.
3 legs of the iron triangle. I probably should have said the 3 legs
not the joke,
stool,
you idiot.
Pun intended.
Yeah, I know. It's in this cut.
Okay. Sorry, I apologize.
Puns there. Here's my second thought on Barstool.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, Steve.
We do this thing when someone or something is successful. We stop evaluating what they actually do.
Perfect. Stop. Thank you. Stop. So Simmons is successful.
Yeah.
So we don't stop evaluating what he did in the past, correct?
Right.
By Bryan Curtis's rule. Mm-hmm. So
evaluate what they are, what they've always been.
So we should look up the Grading Wimbledon Babes in 1999, where he makes transgender jokes and ugly jokes and getting girls drunk and being attracted to the Williams sisters in an Amazon kind of way.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's important to know that you can never grow up. You can never evolve as a person. You can never change.
Nope.
Well, your worth is also determined by your weight and your physical beauty.
Sure.
Right.
That too.
Grading them on their, and if that's how Simmons wants to do it, if that's how he still thinks, that's fine. And by the way, he should write it. If he got fired for that, I'd be the first one to defend him.
You know what I would like to say?
By the way, I would be the first one, keep in mind, to defend him. I think it's hideous. Like it's also not, it's weird. I don't get it. And the weird, talking about, it's just strange.
I don't know. When I was in like 7th or 8th grade, I might have laughed at this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But he was.
Oh, I have no problem with the Bill Simmons. I think that should still be allowed if someone wants to write it and if there's a market for it.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's what the argument is. No one's trying to say that the government should stop him from writing.
I wouldn't do that, but I mean, the world is, people get older and you have kids, and he didn't have kids then, he has a daughter now, I think. So I'm sure he feels differently about that. But that's not how we do it. That's what my man Bryan Curtis says. My man Bryan Curtis says, nope, you got to look at the past.
I think it's very important. Make sure when you're reading a book, just judge it by the cover.
Absolutely.
I always say.
Absolutely.
What do you think K. Marco would say if we tried to publish this as a blog at Barstool right now?
No chance.
None.
Not a chance.
None. It wouldn't be our words, by the way. We should say Ringer.
Oh, right. We should just post a Bill Simmons.
Right. Ringer shits on Barstool. You should, Steve. Ringer shits
I'll
on Barstool.
We'll see it. Yeah.
Shits all over Barstool. Play that quote. Play the Dobbins quote again. And he says you shouldn't change. People should look at Barstool the way. And we should say, okay, let's be consistent about that.
Deal.
Let's look at Bill Simmons from beginning to end. I guarantee you, I am very confident saying this. I guarantee you Portnoy doesn't have anything as damning in his past written as that. He's written some dumb shit.
Anything's probably already out there.
Well, but there's already a perception of Portnoy.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
Like he's probably said shit like that, but it's not any worse.
Right. Nothing worse
than saying that the Williams sisters turn him on in an Amazon kind of way.
That's the exact type of blog that Barstool has gotten shit for.
I've always said they're influenced by Simmons.
Yeah.
That Simmons. I don't doubt that. But this grading the Wimbledon, very strange.
And now Bill Simmons is this, Hollywood media darling.
Yeah, totally woke culture loves him.
Right. And Barstool has this scarlet A on their chest.
And if Bill Simmons is trying to sell himself to a gambling company or a media company, he's never going to have to send out a memo saying, "Hey guys, just be safe for a little while. Don't cause any problems with government officials."
And nobody's going to bring that up or any of that stuff. But I mean, there's some stuff in there that, again, I'm just saying, that's what it is. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Do they have any other sound from those guys? No, right?
No, that's pretty much the end of it.
But yeah, it is. It's just, that's all I'm at. This is what he wants, so that's what we're saying.